Another successful day for American athletes, but there are some Americans at the Games not competing for America at all. They're kind of like sports mercenaries, we've been calling them, willing to play for another team that gives them basically the right to play for them. Here's David Muir.
The red and white of Japan. Their mother is Japanese, their father American, and they've used their dual citizenship to compete for their mother's homeland.
We are Japanese, we're competing for Japan, we're here for Japan, so...
And you want to beat the Americans.
Of course.
They aren't the first athletes to compete for a country they weren't born in. And here at the Winter Games, Vancouver-born mogul skier Dale Begg-Smith switched allegiance to ski for Australia, drawing criticism from Canadians who called him a traitor.
You were not happy with this trend.
I gotta say, I'm sorry. That is not the Olympic spirit. She's never, that young skater, bless her,
Never
she wants to
been to
compete.
Georgia.
She's never been to Georgia. The president just fast-tracked her a citizenship. I'm sorry.
What do you
I'm
think?
appalled.
Go to our website.
My name is Yura Min. I am 23 years old. I'm originally from Orange County, California, but now I currently live in Novi, Michigan for training. And I represented South Korea in ice dancing at the 2018 Winter Olympic Games. So I was born in America, and I am the only one in my family that was born in America. That means I was raised in a very traditional Korean household. However, I did go to school in America, so I feel like I kind of got the best of both worlds, and I was able to learn a lot about Korean culture, but also a lot about American culture growing up. And I personally feel like I have a good mixture of both, and I don't really identify as one more than the other. So for me, the Olympics was more about the experience. I wasn't really going to get a medal or like win the gold for my country or anything like that. I just wanted to go and show everyone what I've been working on my entire life, and I kind of just wanted to get out there and have a good time pretty much. And I think that 1 month that I was at the Olympics, I learned so much because I was able to meet so many different people from different countries, learn the language, learn what kind of food they eat, you know, learn the culture. And for me, it was all about a learning experience more than anything. Yeah, so I definitely had to prove myself throughout the years. I've been representing South Korea for about 4 or 5 years now, and of course, when you get out there and you compete, they're not going to send you to the Olympics unless you're one of the best. And we did have quite tough competition out there, and so I did have to go through a lot to kind of make my way into the Olympics. And at the same time, before I got my citizenship, it took quite a while because I was born in the US, but since my parents were both from Korea, it was definitely easier for me to obtain than maybe somebody who was completely international and had nothing to do with the country. But there was paperwork, there were steps. It took quite a while, but I've got to say it was all worth it for sure. Both cultures are so equally important to me, but at the Olympics, I think it was more of a moment from my Korean side because I do identify as Korean American very equally, half-half, both. But when I was at the Olympics in Korea and all these Korean fans were cheering me on, my family was there, I think it was a very special moment for me, for my Korean side, to be able to compete at an Olympics on home ground, because a lot of athletes train and train and train for years, maybe even go to 3 or 4 Olympics, but because of the timing, they're not able to compete at a home Olympics. So I think I was just so lucky, and I'm so grateful to have been able to compete for Korea in Korea.